Welcome, welcome to another EBX discussion. And I know if you are alive and breathing, we are back to fight another day. And let's get to the honors, shall we? Honor thy ancestors, honor thy mother, honor thy father, honor thy sister, honor thy brother. And may anyone in our families that transitioned, may they rest in peace and in power. And may all of our families prosper and everything we touch turn to gold. And welcome, my soldiers and soldierettes, to another EBX discussion. And I hope you're doing well and those blessings are coming to you that we all seek for in our lives, as well as that ultimate peace. And let's get right on into it. Toxic entities, be gone. Because I know a lot of us probably deal with, especially on this, so in the world, period, but especially on social media. Toxic entities, be gone. You know, and I was thinking, brothers and sisters, that, sometimes they just don't have no life. You got individuals that be on this internet, they don't have no life. So messing with other people's lives and being nosy and invading and trying to break boundaries, they have no life. People that's what they do. Individuals, I'm gonna say entities, not people, because we have fake profiles and all this old stupid shit, and I'm basically talking about it's a lot of social media outlets, but I'm gonna focus on Twitter, because Twitter is loaded with porn and nasty ass girls, and I have to say most of them are Caucasian, and they hit my Twitter all the time. I've blocked so many people, it's ridiculous. And I was just wondering if how many, my brothers and sisters have to deal with stuff like this. It's kind of sad, Must be some lonely entities out there. You must really be lonely out there, because you can try antagonize and fuck with those that are righteous. It's not going to happen, because I'm led by that divine, no matter how one thinks, because that's the only being, that greater higher force that's greater than all of us, that can judge. Now, I'm for the growth, the education, the upliftment of my young brothers and sisters and my older brothers and sisters. And I don't want to come off like I'm a pretty decent brother, as a lot of us are, and sisters. No, we just try to live our life as righteously as we can possibly be, and just a lot of us just want a good life at the end of the day, and just want our divine to bless us and our families, our children, and things we need in this life. And I notice I said need, not want, the needs. And, when I say entities, I mean, porn links, little nasty ass little Caucasian girls. This is mostly Caucasian. Even if it's a nasty sister that is on a low vibration, you'll get no play, And I'm not trying to act like one's perfect. And I don't think about, of course I love women. I'm a man, I'm a brother, I like voluptuous women, but I like sisters, you know what I'm saying? But I want someone with a spiritual heart, someone that has a mind, not just sex and lusted. Because when you're one-sided like that, when you're lustful, it can lead to the wrong things. When your mind's, what I say, whatever your mind think, your body will follow. So that's why it's very important to always pay attention to our psyche and things we let into our system. And that's what brought me to this podcast. And we have to ask ourselves a question sometimes, brothers and sisters, because we become righteous and we're on a righteous walk, every now and then, those attacks will come. We have to be ready for those, I would say, unexpected. Always expect the unexpected. You got to be ready for things like that. Things will come off the left sometimes. We got to keep that shield strong. We can't fuck around with this walk. That's real talk. And we have to ask ourselves questions sometimes. Are we caught in the web? We ask ourselves this. ourselves this: are we caught in the web? And always assess oneself before we assess anyone else. Never get ourselves in a space where we're judging. Assess ourselves and our surroundings and things we do on a day-to-day basis, and ask ourselves. Say it to yourself. I've done this too. So I just say it to myself. As an example, am I caught in the web? Are we caught in the web? And we know what the web is. That's why they call it the web. And I don't think one is, and I'm sure a lot of us that are really serious about this walk are not. But we have to be careful of those times when we might be. You just always have to assess ourselves. Because the social media, it builds your senses. It makes your senses heightened. It makes everything fast. We're living in a microwave world. So that's why you have to take moments off of social media just to kind of slow things down. Because you can find yourself, and I'm just giving advice and giving a suggestion and giving an example. Because, I too have to check oneself. I have to check myself too to make sure I got to get the fuck off this social media sometimes. That's why I try to be as positive as I can possibly be. And of course, we have our fun times and things we enjoy. But, we try to teach at the same time. Salute to my reachers and teachers that has the power of navigation. We know this. But unfortunately, there are those out there that are caught up. Because if you don't realize that you are caught up and you are in it, you can't, practice on your psyche and deflect things that don't need to be in our system. Because things we take in from social media, even when we're off, if we're not aware, still be in our subconscious. So that's why we just have to be careful. But like I said, I'll reiterate, I'm not perfect because I have to check oneself too. I have to pull myself out of it. So, I know there's others that go through that. I'm just giving advice, my brothers and sisters. Don't get drawn into the wrong shit. We enjoy ourselves, like we connect with our families and people we care about, people we love, people we like listening to, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just be careful of our navigation on this social media, and don't give in to the porn links and the little nasty females. I'm talking about low vibrational, that try to hit you up on Twitter, because like I said, Twitter is loaded with it. And I see they starting to put it on Twitter in the little, messages I get in Messenger. Because TikTok, I meant to say. Because I don't have a TikTok account. TikTok is starting to be loaded with porn. Twitter's loaded with porn. Instagram, same thing. And it's ridiculous. It's just fucking ridiculous. And like I say, I'm not trying to act like I'm holier than thou. But, when you're trying to grow and you're trying to teach and you have children, you have family, you can't be indulging in that kind of shit. I mean, real talk. So, toxic entities, be gone. And don't get frustrated for those out there that gets irritated by shit like that, tired of that shit. Don't worry about it. They just have no life. Probably need a hug, trying to fill that void. That's the only reason why you have entities out here. Whether they're scamming for money or they're trying to search everybody's channel and trying to taint those that are righteous. I'm here to tell you, you little nasty ass females on Twitter, I'm going to expose you every time and any other outlet, because I don't play that shit. Even if I have a battle with any kind of issue in that area, I get the fuck on. Been there, done that. Like I say, I'm a man, I like women, certain women I like I love, but I love my sisters, I don't do Caucasians. So, and even if it's a sister with a low vibration and just on some lustful, nasty shit, be gone, dissipate, disappear, rebuked, whatever ties into deflection. Because you got to remember, especially my brothers, in the low vibrational sisters out there that's on there just for your body and not searching that soul within, you're going to be lost. And that's brother or sister that's living like that. Because you're going to get old one day. So what you going to do? You going to surf the net and be nasty your whole fucking life and not have no goals or principles or morals? You know, it's okay. I'm not saying that the body is lustful or nasty. It's the vehicle. It's not the vehicle. It's the person that's driving the vehicle. If you dig what I'm saying, because like I said, I love my sisters, my beautiful sisters. Oh yeah, I'm a man. I love voluptuous sisters. I can't deny that. But you know, I'm wise now. There's certain things you do when you're a wise individual. It's just certain things you don't do. Not that you're a perfect one, but especially if you trying to lead those into victory. You can't lead those into victory if you're drugged down by negative, toxic entities that don't mean shit and just looking to bring someone down to their level because they miserable. They don't have no life, because if they did, they wouldn't be looking for value on social media. Because, man, I'm telling you, it's people out here in depression. Some people some people probably done killed themselves all because of this fucking social media. So that's why it's important to, be true to oneself, know your flaws, know your issues, know your weaknesses, study them, and know them for what they are. But we never take our own issues or whatever we're dealing with and project it on to nobody else, because it's not fair to them. No one should ever have to take on nobody else's burden, especially if they can change themselves and they're healthy and they know better. But that higher force deal with people like that. Like I said, that great divine, that higher power, that greater supreme being, Mother Nature, is drawing that line right down through the middle. And it's going to divide the right from the wrong. Whether we know this or whether we think it's true, doesn't matter. What we know or what we believe. But like I say, I don't use that word believe. Change is going to come, whether we want it to or not. Because I'll say again, that great divine has to say, overall, I don't give a damn how powerful we think we are, or how slick we think we is, or we think we hide in the dark. That greater higher force owns all and sees all. So those are just sneaking around and doing nasty shit. It's hilarious. It's funny. Because when you finally connected to that higher force, it will give you it will give you a way to see through the lens of that higher force. You will start seeing things, but we have to be open, and our pineal gland have to be clear, and our thoughts have to be clear. Can't be clogged up with a bunch of bullshit. And that's why I say, from time to time, look in the mirror, ask yourself this: are we caught in the web? You have to ask yourself that. Really think about it, because denial is a funny thing. Like I said, this is for oneself too. I learn as I go along also. So, and then sometimes you might say to yourself, I might have stayed on there a little too long. So, we have to do that. That's why I like getting on and doing these podcasts in the morning. Because what I say, folks, the best spiritual downloads come in the morning. But guess what else might come? Those attacks. So that's when you fight it head on. Never ponder or wonder or why am I getting these thoughts? No, you study those thoughts. You see where they're coming from, why you're getting them. And I do think that thoughts can still enter even from social media, even when we're not on it. That's how powerful this thing is, folks. So don't take this social media for granted like it's just some little thing that's not that powerful. It's more powerful than we think. Just take a look around at those that are caught up. So that's why I say, ask yourself sometimes, am I caught up? And most of the time, you're not. But just limit ourselves, like I do too. You just have to limit yourself and be careful of those entities. Never give in to these toxic ass entities out here, because it's a lot of them. And it's really, like I said, it's hilarious. Laugh at it. Don't even, just say to yourself, just when you see a entity and you just look at them and they trying to break your boundary, it's like, oh, it must need a hug. It must not be getting no love. Oh, poor thing. It's It is. You got to laugh at it. It's freaking hilarious. So, but at the same time, take it serious, And I block so many entities on this internet. My block list is probably full, probably overloaded. And they hit me up hard. I mean, they don't hit me on direct messages that much because I don't be on Instagram like that. But the minute I post something or get on there, here come that entity. It's crazy. It's like, what are these entities doing? I mean, do you ever, my brothers and sisters, do you ever like ask yourself this? Like, what do? They just sit on, I mean, think about that. That is one, if it is a person, because sometimes it might not be a person. Because sometimes we have bots and robots. But if it is a person, that is one lonely ass individual. I mean, really. You just sitting on the internet looking to who you can draw into your fucked up world. That's crazy. Think about that. That is crazy. So, just beware of these toxic entities on Twitter and Instagram and a lot of these other outlets. And hopefully they don't get no link to your phone where they're sending you texts and getting into your Gmails and stuff like that. Just be careful out here, brothers and sisters, in this social media land. Real talk, straight from the heart. Because, I get attacks too. Like I said, I block so many entities, it's fucking ridiculous. Because we have a greater cause in this life. It's too much stuff going on. And, more and more, the more we wake up, and there are a lot of brothers and sisters that's waking up, like within my family, outside my family, salute. A lot of soldiers and soldierettes out there. But at the same time, those negative forces are trying to close them walls in. It's trying. But it's just an illusion, folks. It's just an illusion. Keep on forging forward and keep being that soldier and soldierette that we are. Salute. And fuck these entities. Because you can't fuck with a divine mind. That's why we have to practice on studying our psyche as much as possible. Really can't. We still, like I say, we still have fun. We still enjoy our life. But stay focused, brothers and sisters. Just stay focused and be careful. Stay as pure as we possibly can. I'm not saying have a boring life, never have fun, never party, and do the things that you enjoy. Just be careful, okay? That's all I'm saying. Study things. Always be aware of things around us, especially on this social media. Because there are demonic, evil entities on this internet in real talk. So just be careful, because we need good things, and we never know what's coming down the road. Always know, and I've said this many times, what we do righteous in the present will always and forever benefit us in the future. So I say again, and this is for my brothers and sisters, and I'm going to say this too. I haven't done this in a while. I call on that great protection from our great creator, Mother Nature, the universe, that we have protection for ourselves, from ourselves, and entities, evil entities, toxic entities. Be gone, because you have no life. Get a fucking life. And leave my brothers and sisters alone out here that's trying to raise and grow. We have no time for that shit. So fucking be gone. Because you know what? We're not caught in the web. Not those that mean well out here and been doing this for a long time. So you're wasting your time, toxic entity. So dissipate, disappear, rebuke, and be gone. So that's my thought. That's my real thought. That's my positive thought. That's my soldier thought. And I give honor to your family, my family, reachers and teachers. Salute, brothers and sisters. I thank you for coming in to another EBX discussion. Much love. One more again, I honor your family. I honor my family. I honor my children, their mothers, brothers and sisters all over the world. May you have peace in your part of the world right now. And have a great, great, strong one.